Good morning. This is June 24th, 2024, and I'm just going to give you a sneak preview of my hummingbird garden. And so I'm just going to do a little quick walk around to the left, and I'm going to divide this into a couple of parts. The first part I probably will focus more on the flowers. So anyway, and what's new this year is I also have a little deck here. That allows you to just be able to sit back, relax, and you get up a little higher and you can see the hummingbirds better. And I actually dedicated this deck to Sheldon Cooper, who's my colleague in biology, and Rick Todd. He's a birder and photographer who I met at Horicon Marsh, and he said, you should have a deck. And so he helped me build this. So anyway. But my hummingbird garden is divided into like 3 areas because I learned from last year a little bit better on how tall different flowers get, and where not to plant them, that they might shade other flowers too much. So anyway, I learned a lot. So here we go. So the hummingbird garden, I pretty much divided into 3 areas. This left side here is protection, and what you can see here is I've got some dwarf trees. The birds need to be able to hide in trees, and I'll get up and show you a couple of things. My favorite new tree is this flowering crab. Looks like that. It has beautiful white flowers, and then it gets these little tiny, I think they're ornamental little, like red little ornamental apples or something. So that, and then I've got 2 dwarf Arctic blue dwarf willow trees back there. One of them it's like a few years old, and I just hacked it up because I want the birds to be able to fly through it. And behind there's a lilac bush. Behind there's some chokecherry trees. Here's a tulip tree up here, which has some swings on it. There's a grape arbor back there. So this is kind of like the whole protection area. Here's another little lilac bush, and some hostas in here. And I'll talk about flowers in a little bit. And so that's the main part of the left side. Then we have the middle here. That's the vines. So we have cardinal vine, we have candy corn vine, we have a trumpet vine, although that one has not been mature enough to flower yet. Got moonflower vine. Those only bloom in the dark at night, so you get a big white bloom. I thought I saw a couple buds. So that's getting exciting. Way back there is the grape arbor with full of different kinds of grapes. Oh, and then over here I even still have like honeysuckle vines are over there. Underneath the tulip is a honeysuckle, and over here by the lilac bush is a honeysuckle vine. But one of the vines you might not be too familiar with, and it's not growing as much as I'd like it to grow, is the candy corn vine, which looks like a little candy corn. For like, is it Christmas when they eat candy corn, or is it Easter maybe? I forget. But that's candy corn vine, and it's supposed to grow up on this, this cool monarch butterfly trellis thing. But it's slower than I'd like. But it's, it's only the middle of June. It's still pretty early. If I look down, oh my God, look at this. All this is cleome that has started from, it's just reseeded itself. Oh my God, that's a lot. So I still haven't mulched yet. I haven't had time to mulch this area. So like I said, this is a preview. Oh, and here I wanted to show you, this is cardinal vine flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that, that's so cool. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So this is the vine area. Oh, I gotta pick this up. Something happened to the beard tongue. So this is the vine area. Now I gotta step back. And then another new thing is, probably gonna get you seasick the way I move around. The flower area. This is like their favorite flowers. So I built this. And if I get up higher, it's better, you could tell. I built this to be the, flowers at different heights, and you know, easy for photography. In fact, a lot of this has to do with I'm setting it up for photography reasons, like what makes a good background, all that kind of stuff, and make sure that their favorite flowers are here on this right side here. And so I don't know how well you can see it, but there's also a little fence there, and it's a little piece of fence that I got at an Amish Walmart. It's an old Amish fence, and so I put it in there as a perch for the hummingbirds. But some of the best flowers are here, so maybe I'll just do that in a separate little video. But I wanted to get this started just to kind of show you kind of just an overview of my yard and my hummingbird garden. So again, so if you go over here, so this is all protection, and then we have vines, and then we have lots of flowers. And again, I can get off the deck now. Oh, the blackbirds have been so bad. You hear that? Oh, I've been taking a hose and squirting at them. I've been using a squirt gun. As soon as the babies get big enough, they're supposed to go over to the park, but they are not doing it. So I'm going down this ramp. So here we go. So here's more flowers. So this side over here is more of a butterfly area, more of a butterfly garden. And also, you know, I do like fresh foods and stuff. So I do have at random places I might have like a tomato. Here's a tomato plant. This is a health kick one. It has more lycopene in it. And I love peas. I just love shelling peas. So these are peas in a box, peas in a box. So this is like, you know, at least a couple things that I can eat. And but this is like bee bulb, and these are flowers that butterflies like, but also some of them hummingbirds like. And so we go over here. Here's my Infochi We Trust, one of my favorite people. So, and then this is actually sort of, and I don't have my sign up yet, but this is my little kind of plant hospital where, you know, this hosta, I stepped on it and I broke it. And now it's making a comeback. So I think you can kind of see I broke it. And it's coming back. And then I just planted, I had some bulbs and I never had time to plant them. And then I thought, well, I'll just throw them in there, see maybe they'll still grow. And some of them are coming up, so that's cool. In fact, this is called Iron Cross, I think. Shamrock. I got little beautiful little red flowers. You know, they're little tiny bulbs, and I got them for free when I ordered some other bulbs. And I just put them in the ground, and I forgot I'd done it. And I was like, what is this? And then I remembered finally that, hey man, that was a free gift or something, and they still grew, which is really cool. So anyway, so this is kind of like my little plant hospital where I'm trying to get plants to come back. Here I have a couple dill, which I was going to plant in my lupine area, because my lupine had a aphid infestation, and dill attracts ladybugs that eat aphids, but a bunny rabbit just chewed it down. Look at that. Chewed it down, and it's making a little comeback now. That's my dill. So, but these again are flowers that attract butterflies, like milkweed. This is wild milkweed. They love milkweed. More milkweed. Beautiful. I love this red butterfly weed. This is so beautiful, and hummingbirds love that too. And a lot of dill here, and dill here is swallowtails like to lay their eggs on dill. So, and if I find any caterpillars of swallowtails, I actually keep them, put them in this little thing, and they turn to cocoon or whatever. And then when they turn to a butterfly, then I let them go. Because if I don't catch them, the birds are going to eat the caterpillars, and then we won't have the butterfly. So I'm trying to help out the butterflies. Back here also is my oriole feeding spot. It's used a kitty cage. And there's grape jelly in there, and it turns out orioles can get in that cage and eat the grape jelly, but like crows and a lot of other birds can't get in there. Unfortunately, a very tiny blackbird figured out how to get in there, and some house sparrows did. So I really don't want that, but it does work for the most part. It keeps the robins out, so it does a pretty good job. So anyway, so that's this back area is pretty much like a butterfly area. And one of my favorite plants are this red hot poker, type plants. They're usually, they can be red, they can be orange, they can be yellow, different varieties. But these are so cool. I mean, they're just cool. And hummingbirds do like those too. So lots of this poker plant stuff. Lots of poker plants. And here we have a random tomato. I forget what this one is. This one is, it says, genuine. It says genuine heirloom marriage tomato. What the heck did I buy that for? That's weird. Oh well. Yeah, I better have good tomatoes. And then I have a couple other, I always have some other plants growing around here because I move them around for photography. My lupine was so beautiful. It was beautiful. It was really high. It was all these beautiful blue flowers, and an aphids got to it. So it turned out I ordered this one vine online, and they shipped it. It was full of aphids and ants. And I treated it, and I had set the plant out in this area, unfortunately, and I thought all the aphids were gone, but clearly they weren't. And they spread to this, and they spread to this vine, which was all the way up really high, but I cut it down. Right away, you just remove all the infected stuff. That's what I did there. I just chopped everything away so that it wouldn't spread to this vine. And this vine's doing good. And whenever I can, I hose it down. And usually it's helps a lot to keep the aphids off. So far it's doing good. And this is more butterfly stuff. This is a beautiful lily, but I forget what it is. And there's butterfly weed bush. And as you can see, my backyard, I got a bunch of stuff here. I got raspberries. These are cherries. I got cherries growing. These are dwarf cherry trees. I got some are ripe. I gotta eat some of these. And I started planting more trees, and I got more grass back here now. Tulip tree. Every day I change this water because it gets disgusting. It's not too bad today, but it's so gross. A couple low spots, so I'm reseeding some low spots there. But this is my hummingbird nesting area. I made a frankentree. A frankentree because what it is I took all these different branches like that have lichen and moss, and I just screwed them all together because it turns out that hummingbirds like to make their nests out of lichen and moss, and even pussy willow, little soft stuff, and stuff from ferns. So I got a bunch of ferns growing over here, like cinnamon fern, some other kind of fern. That one. Here's pussy willow, but there's no more pussy willows on them. So I made this little area, and it's in the shade. And this actually is one of the new pussy willows I got. It makes up pink, little pink soft things that are on it. It's called the Mount Aso pink pussy willow. But this is my little nesting bird materials area. So, and I have one little messy area right here where, I got weeds and stuff. And what I'll do is I'll just level it all off, put a tarp on top, let it all die, and then next year I'll seed it into grass. So one thing you can do is do that, where you can cover an area with a tarp, make sure no light goes through, and it kills that grass off, and then the next year you got a new planting spot. So anyways, and so a couple other things. This is a pussy willow that almost died on me. I had the wrong spot, so I just re-put it here, but it's cool because look, it's starting to come back. I'm so happy about that. So yeah, I'm sorry about that plant. And Bigfoot's back here, but somebody's pooping on it. This is elderberry. This is peach trees. I gotta give this one some fertilizer. But look, it's got peaches. My first peach. Look at that. That is so cool. This is elderberry. I can hear a woodpecker. Where is it? Huh. And I'm trying to discourage the house sparrows. I want them to leave because they are an invasive species. And I have closed all these houses because I don't want them here. Keep out. Ooh, something tried to get in there. And this is some more vines back here that I might move around. Looks like they're pretty good. And here's another trumpet vine. And this is the original vine that was supposed to be so super cool. And it had the aphids on it. What the heck is that? Oh my God, look at that. I've never seen a bug that, it's like a ladybug that's orange. What the heck is that? It probably came with the plant. I'm telling you, it came, all these weird things came with it. That's scary. So anyway, so this is kind of just a sneak peek of my yard. This is a peach tree too, but this one doesn't have peaches. What the heck? It's a different species. My raspberries. Here's my raspberries. Red raspberries, lots of raspberries on. These are blackberries. Somebody gave me this blackberry thing. Lots of blackberries on. This is golden raspberries. I just started planting those. Oh, they are so sweet. They're very good. Grapes. This is a grape arbor. And here's my strawberry patch. But you know what? I thought I would, somebody said that if you paint rocks red and just throw them in there, the birds aren't going to eat your strawberries. Well, that's not true. And I didn't have red rocks, but I had these other red things. So I just threw them in there, and I think I've only eaten one strawberry, and there are still strawberries on, but the birds are getting them. So there he is. And then here's my zombie scarecrows that kind of are my security people. And here's some, I planted these, but these are scary. They got bad thorns. This is called gooseberries, and it's supposed to attract Anna's hummingbird. There are not many of those around here, but I wanted to see if I could get one. And again, this is kind of looking from the backside. This is the willow tree I just gutted. This is the other willow tree. There's a little pussy willow. Here's the arbor. Here's Sasha's garden. Kitty cat that passed away during the pandemic. And her favorite toy was this string toy, this orange cat. She broke like 4 or 5 of them. And so I hung them up here for her. And this is the Spanish flag flowers. They're really pretty, but it's not. I just transplanted this like yesterday or something. God, those blackbirds, can you hear that? And there, that cat even looks like Sasha. Look at that. So, and again, like I'm back in my butterfly area. I even have a little sign, monarch. You can see bees, bee friendly. This is called harebell, I believe. You know, I just took one of these harebell plants from the park. It was wild, growing along the shoreline, and it just whoosh. All of a sudden, this guy was huge this year. So that one is easy to grow. And another thing I did was, because I have problems with water pooling in the backyard here, I dug a ditch, and I put a whole bunch of, I got 2 tons of rock, and I put a bunch of here and a bunch in the backyard. But I now have, and it works. I mean, when it rains, I don't get a big puddle. It just goes whoosh, all goes out. And I have over here too. So pretty cool. It worked out pretty good. So anyway, this is my part 1. Just kind of an overview, I guess, of my gardening, what's going on here. And I also am trying to be so organized. Like, look at, I'm even like got all these green pails. And just like Clarkson's farm, I'm trying to label things with ING. So I've got a potting pail, I got a weeding pail, I got a plant ID pail, I got a deadheading pail, I got more pails over there, just to make it fun. All right, I better stop this.